I'm about to show you the difference between a good brush and a bad brush. So when you go brush shopping, you'll know exactly what to look for right after this. What up, y'all? This Corey with Wave Frequency, where we give tips and tricks and methods on how to start, maintain, and enhance your waves. We also do product reviews, wave tutorials, and we also do little series for beginners, like videos similar to this one right here. So if you're new to the channel or you just haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a video. So with all that being said, let's get into this video. When I first got in the wave game, I bought two brushes. I bought a hard brush and I bought a soft brush. So I took them two brushes home, went in about a week or so, I had ripples already. So I told myself, look, Corey, you need to go get you a medium brush. So I went to the same beauty supply store and bought a medium brush from this beauty supply store. And when I got home, I realized that all brushes are not created equal. So I'm about to give you the 4 things that you need to look for when you're buying a brush to determine whether or not you're buying a quality brush or you're buying a bad brush. Make sure you watch the video to the end because I'm going to save the most important factor for last. First thing you want to look for when shopping for a brush is you want to make sure that that brush that you're shopping for is true to what it says on the package. If it says that it's a medium brush, you want to make sure that it's a medium brush. If it says it's a soft brush, you want to make sure it's a soft brush. These $3 brushes that I bought from the store, from the local beauty supply store, this one is this is a very good brush. When I pulled it out of the package in the store, it said that it was supposed to be a hard brush, and that's exactly what it is. It's a hard brush. I also went and bought the soft brush, exactly like it, the same time. Both of these brushes $3. It said it was a soft brush, but now that I look at it, this is actually a extra soft brush. I really used to like this brush. I went in with when I had my fresh cut, and I stayed on my head with this brush right here because it's really soft and really nice brush. So make sure that the brushes are true to form. Now, buying a bad brush, when I bought the medium brush, I realized that it said that it was medium, but when I got it home, it was actually a soft brush. This brush was nowhere close to being a medium brush. And I think that when the poor quality is, when you find a brush of poor quality, then a lot of the stuff that the brush says it actually does or actually is also incorrect as well. And that's an example of this brush right here. The medium brush that I bought was actually a soft brush. The second thing you want to look into is the way the brush is actually made and how it feels when it's put in your hand. So if you look at this brush right here, again, $3 brush, I hope you can see this. But the paint job on this brush is phenomenal. This is an excellent paint job on a $3 brush. I don't know if you can see the color of it, but it's like a greenish wood grain, but the wood grains inside of it are black. So it's like got black veins that accent the wood grain inside. Blonde bristles. This is a very nice brush for $3, and it's actually a quality brush. I wish I knew who made it because I would recommend this brush to anybody who was looking for a hard brush. This is a good brush. But when I bought it, I put it in my hand, and the way that it's rounded off, you can see how it's rounded on the edges, which makes when you hold it, it's very comfortable in your hand. But I'm going to show you the difference between that brush and the worst brush on earth. You see how this brush kind of has sharp edges on it right where you hold your hand? So when you hold it in that location, it's very uncomfortable once you've been holding it for a while. And it's hard to really keep it in your hand. You got to keep moving it around in your hand in order for it to actually feel good while you're brushing your hair. And then the paint job quality is horrible on this. It's like they just dipped it in a bucket of paint and let it hung up like this, the drip dry. It's just horrible. Everything about this brush is bad quality. So normally when you're looking at a bad quality brush, a lot of things about the brush will be bad quality, and you'll be able to notice it. So looking at the ergonomics on how it feels in your hand and the actual quality of the actual wood on the brush and the paint job really can be a telltale sign of whether or not you're looking at a quality brush. Next thing I want to point out that you want to pay close attention to is the row spacing of the bristles. Now, a lot of times when you're looking at a quality brush, the bristles will be spaced evenly, and you'll be able to, it'll be well defined on the spacing between those bristles. If you look at this brush, you can see this brush has had a lot of work put in on it too. And you can still see how well defined the bristles are on this brush. I'm not sure you can see it, I hope you can. But you can see how well defined those bristles are on this brush. Now, if you go to the worst brush on earth, when I first bought this brush, the bristles were defined, but not as defined as the other brush I just showed you. But over time, do you see how the bristles has actually, the definition between the brush, the bristles has actually disappeared. So it just looks like one big cluster of bristles together, which makes it hard for you to really get a good pull on your hair because the bristles are so close together. So make sure you look at how close the bristles are. The row spacing on a brush is very important when you're determining quality on a brush. Now, I'm going to explain to you later on why these bristles move the way they are, because when I first bought it, they actually weren't this far apart, this close together. This is the most important thing you need to take into consideration when you're looking for a quality brush, and that is the quality of the bristles. The bristle quality is number one when you're looking for a quality brush. So the way you can tell if you have quality bristles on a brush is, first off, the package will tell you exactly what the bristles are. You want to look for 100% boar bristles on a brush. 100% boar bristles. Now, sometimes you might say, it might say reinforced 100% boar bristles with reinforced bristles. A lot of times those are on hard brushes, but you still can find 100% boar bristles on a hard brush like this one right here. This one right here is a good example of a good quality brush with 100% boar bristles. Now, the other option you have on a brush is synthetic bristles, and that's what's on the worst brush on earth. Now, you remember I told you that this brush, the row definition was a lot better than this when I first bought it? The reason why it changed, because these bristles are synthetic. Looks like they're made of plastic. It might be out of something else, but I don't know what it is. But what happens is once you brush with this brush, the bristles fold under the pressure that you're putting on this brush, and they kind of crumble in together. They also move in the direction that you actually brush your hair in. If you look at this brush, you can see how the bristles are leaning toward the side right here. It's because this is the way that I brush my hair. And because the bristles are synthetic, they just form to the direction that I brush my hair, which never gave me any pull at all, because it's just laying across the top of my hair, because it has no firmness to these bristles, because they're now crumbled under the pressure. Also, those boar bristles, they pull your hair a lot better than a synthetic brush will. Once you have a boar bristle brush, it digs into the scalp, digs down to the scalp, and pulls the hair in the direction that you want it to pull in. So the bristles are the number one factor when you're looking to buy a quality brush. Make sure they're 100% boar bristle, and make sure they do not say synthetic bristles, because you'll be in the same situation I was when I bought this brush. Buying that worst brush on earth made me go ahead and upgrade to a different type of brush. And I put the card to the brushes that I use now up here above me. But like you heard me say before, you can't learn everything about waves just watching 1 or 2 wave videos. You gotta make this a lifestyle. So we're gonna be dropping videos at least once or twice a week. So you might as well subscribe and stay tuned so you don't miss a video. And in the meantime, keep them brushes moving, because like I always say, if the bristles ain't dancing, your waves ain't advancing. I'll holler at y'all.